So there's two different levels in which I can speak on. And I'm happy to speak with you either about your person and the personal habits that you have and reconditioning the person, or I can speak about non-duality. And I'm happy to do both. Maybe I clarify a little bit about what the two different ones are. Yeah, we forgot about movement when we were. This is a live stream that we're doing. So, right now, who is looking out of your eyes? When you first get into this subject, there is a belief and an energetic contraction making it feel like somebody is looking out of your eyes, and that somebody is your past actions, or you believe that somebody is your past actions, what you've done, what you've been, what you're going to be, your looks, your ideas, your family, your social status, your economic background, your popularity, all of that you take yourself to be, and your body. And you always believe who you are is something that's not here. So something that's either in the past or the future. So if you imagine yourself in the past, like you imagine that you did something really good and helped lots of people, or that you come from a family that's very poor, all of that is something that you're imagining in the past. Or something in the future, you're going to be something, you're going to do something, you're going to attain something. So all of it is an imagination which is arising in the past or the future. If you try to imagine yourself right here, the best that you could do maybe is like imagine yourself from the outside, maybe that you're sitting on a cushion or you're sitting in this room. But that's still an imagination in the past, and it's still an imagination because you won't get the way you look. You might imagine yourself as like 10 times fatter than you are, or 10 times thinner than you are, or 10 times more handsome or more ugly, or like better than the others sitting around you. It's unknown. So you imagine yourself to be all these things, and it's never quite here. Even your imagination of yourself being here is never quite here, and it's not really accurate. The only thing that you have that's always here and always your experience is experiencing itself. And that's the only thing that's always in the experience, is experiencing. So you can run around the mountain, you can go to Japan, to Europe, to America, to India, you can wear the Indian clothes, the white clothes. I take these off, they're tingling a lot. The white clothes. you can wear the hippie clothes, the biker clothes, the tarty clothes. You can do all these things, and still it's going to be experiencing. That's the one thing that's always here. No matter what you are, you can be a good person, a bad person, there is always experiencing. You can be in jail, you can be super rich, you can lose everything, get everything, have the best lover, the worst lover, but guess what? There's always experiencing. Experiencing never leaves. Everything you think about yourself leaves, even your body leaves, and every moment your body is transforming and changing. But experiencing is always here. And experiencing is this most magical and wondrous thing, because we don't know why experiencing is happening. We don't know what that is. We can't contain it. We can't be like, we're just going to sell a little bit of experiencing. Let's put it in a little box, wrap it up, put a bow on there. Here, have some experiencing. We can't, we don't know what it is. Like everything else, we can name it, grab it, put it in something, draw it, capture it, pay for it. Experiencing, it's here no matter what. And you put no effort into experiencing. You don't wake up and be like, oh, hang on, just let me turn on experiencing. That's not what happens. Experiencing is automatic. It's the birthright of everything. It's really wondrous. It's made of wonder, experiencing. Everything else is, this and that, good and bad, right and wrong, happy, sad, boring, exciting. But experiencing is totally like, we don't know why, how, or what experiencing is, but yet it follows us around like our shadow. Like it's always here, no matter where you run to. Even if you kill yourself, they'll still be experiencing. Another body will pop up like, bing! They'll be experiencing again. You'll be like, ha! I've done it. I've got myself out of this one. Bing! Oh, and I went down in the social order. Oh, great. I'm now a dung beetle. But the dung beetle's quite happy. Like, actually, this is actually an improvement. There's always dung, no matter what. I don't have to pay for dung. It's always free. My dog would be very happy if she was a dung beetle. She'd be like dipping her neck in it, a bit of perfume, then. I puff myself out. I'm not used to the heat. Whew. So experiencing is always here, no matter what. You can't buy it, you can't get more of it, you can't come here to Tiru and do your pujas and you walk around without your shoes in circles and be like, I got more experiencing, boo, 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 boo. You can't. You can't buy it, you can't trade it, you can't be better than anyone else with experiencing because everybody has experiencing. We're all like, whoo! We wake up and it's our birthright and there is nobody better that has experiencing. Nobody. Everybody's the same. It's equality, it's total equality. It's beyond the female and masculine equality. It's like everybody gets it, no matter what. And no one has more conscious experiencing. The person can be more conscious, so the person can be more conscious about themselves, be more aware of themselves, but they can't be like, there can't be somebody that's got more experiencing than someone else. Look to your experience. Don't be fooled by any of these gurus, including myself, although I must say that I am the one that is the most reliable. With my makeup on and my jewelry on, I'm like, boop, boop. I'm the most reliable. So you can't get any more experiencing. You can't have hierarchy in experiencing. You can have a more conscious person, a more balanced person, a more like aware of themselves, a more integrated person, and a person that's had this awakening and it's more expanded in their personality structure. You can have hierarchy on that level, but on the level of non-duality, you cannot have more experiencing. Nobody can have more experiencing. Nobody has it more. No teacher, nobody. Everybody has it, full access. And experiencing has nothing to do with energy levels or love or a feeling. It's beyond that. Like a feeling comes and goes, love comes and goes. Experiencing is, I mean, what is it? What can you define it as? It's like it's totally empty, as in it's not a thing. Like experiencing isn't a thing. Like we name the chair a thing, we name my trousers a thing, we name the floor a thing, but experiencing isn't a thing. Experiencing is, you can't contain it, you can't capture it. And where experiencing arises from is unknown. It's a mystery. It happens, but it's a total mystery. There's no substance to it. You can't even really call it consciousness, but yet consciousness is what's happening. Like experiencing comes with consciousness. If there was no consciousness, then there would be nothing at all. So there is consciousness in there, but it's not even something's conscious of anything. There is simply experiencing. The trees are arising, the room is arising, the people are arising, and it's a happening. And there's not really a consciousness that's in here, aware of people out there. There is consciousness that arises in all things. Like it's not that there is there's no separation in experiencing. And go to your own experience. Is there a separation in experiencing? Like that's your essence, that's what's always here. It doesn't stop here. You're not like, okay, experiencing stops here and this world that this experiencing meets. Experiencing stops. There is no stop to experiencing. Wherever you go, wherever you are, experiencing is everything. Conscious, you can call it consciousness, you can call it aliveness, you can call it presence, I don't care what you call it. This life force, this life doesn't have a divide in it. What does have a divide in it is our human brain. And our human brain is amazing. I love the human brain. I love the fact that I can think about things, and unlike my dog, I don't have to spend like 2 hours trying to get a ball from under a table, like it's got stuck and she's just like repeating. I can actually think about it and be like, I just moved the table, or I pull it up and then I can grab it. I love being able to think. The brain is an amazing thing. So the human brain divides. This is where the title of non-duality comes from. So non-duality is not two, so that's the experiencing. So that's the not two part, and that's the total freedom, that realization, and that's not a human realization. Your brain can't realize it because your brain is dual. Your brain thinks in this and that. So experiencing is prior to the brain being able to think. So the brain doesn't get this. The brain is always in duality. The brain is always in my foot, your floor, or my body, your body. This is good, this is bad, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's the way we communicate, and it's the way we've evolved to communicate. But we believe who we are is found in that communication, that we're somebody. I am this body. I am Lisa. I am my name. You are your name. You are your body, and that's not true. That's something that's coming and going. That person that you think yourself to be is not alive. It never existed. It's not somebody. What's alive is experiencing. What's alive is who you always are, is what's always here, which is no thing appearing as everything. And no matter what you think about, no matter how enlightened you think you are, or how many awakening experiences, or how much better or worse that you think you are than somebody, that's got nothing to do with non-duality. Non-duality cannot be thought about. You cannot get it in thoughts. You cannot understand it. You cannot buy it, although it is on sale here, but nowhere else you can buy it. You can't package it. It's nothing in the human world. In the human world, though, we can think in opposites and we can communicate in opposites, but that's not it. And the human can improve. It can be a nicer person from this subject. It can also be a not so nice person. It can integrate this message so it becomes more relaxed, more happy, more balanced, more open, more understanding, more empathetic. Although I'm not sure about the empathetic one. I think if you don't have the chemicals there in the first place, this realization or not, then you're not going to get empathy. Might do. It can do all these things, but that's not it. This is beyond that. It's beyond every thing that you can think about, that you can feel, that you can understand. It's even not love, although you could say it is love, but it's not the love that you imagine or feel. It's love is an experience that comes and goes. It's a love that's so empty, it is so full. It's a love that's beyond the human love. And when this awakening happens, the human normally experiences lots of bliss and lots of love, but that's not it. That's an effect that happens in the human. The love, and it's the love that you seek, it's total home, it's rest. So you know how you always feel agitated, or there's always a feeling like, maybe you're here and you're feeling like, no, this is the perfect place to be, but often there's like a feeling like, I've got to go somewhere, I've got to do something. This is total home. This is everything you ever look for, but are not for the human. There's total rest. So right now, just on the human level, so on the thinking level, acknowledge what's happening. Is your body agitated? Is your body wanting to go somewhere? And note that that acknowledgement that I'm informing you to do, that I'm telling you to do, is not a separate entity. That action doesn't actually belong to you. That action is as free as the wind blowing the clouds, as the bird flying through the sky. It's got nothing to do with you, but it feels like you. It's not a prescription, it's a description. So on the human level, just acknowledge what's happening. If the body wants to run or stay or is happy or sad, and see that there is experiencing of all of that. And what the person is saying is that it wants perfection in the human world. So it wants to feel better, feel more energized, feel more happy. It wants to be improved, or something to be improved. So if anybody has any questions,